I thought 2 videos or 3 videos per week was insane and virtually impossible. But there was something inside of me that said, JJ, you can do it. You've got to do it. Not only can you, but you must. This is what you have to do this year in 2022. So I decided to do something crazy this year. Instead of publishing 1 video every week like I initially expected I was going to, instead, I've been publishing 1 video every day. Well, almost every day. And I'll explain the journey that I've been through so far this year. But suffice to say, through 2 months of 2022, I've published 52 videos. And that's a huge deal for me. And I'll explain to you my thinking behind this because I believe that will be important for helping you with whatever journey you are on to move forward faster, to achieve your big dreams quicker, and to become the best version of yourself sooner. And by the way, we're always pursuing that next best version of ourselves, but I know that you can absolutely accelerate your success in any and every area of your life, especially as it relates to the pursuit of your dreams and turning your dreams into reality by following some of the things that I found in my experience so far this year. So let's go back to what happened. As I came into this year, 2022, I knew that I wanted to get back into making YouTube videos. I love making videos. I love encouraging and inspiring and empowering and helping people to feel motivated and filled with positive energy and joy and enthusiasm, because I know for certain that these emotions, at least this has been my experience, these emotions, these positive emotions, this positive energy really helps me to feel my best, to be at my best, so I can do my best and give my best in any area of life, whether it's with my wife or my 2 kids or at work with my clients, with my team. I just know for certain that feeling good is a good thing. As one of my coaches always said when I was growing up playing football, look good, feel good, play good. And so I know that when I feel good, I perform better in all areas of life. And so I want to make these videos because, number one, in order to deliver at the level that I want to deliver on these videos, I've got to get myself in a certain state, in a certain emotion and energy. And that requires intentionality and purpose in the way that I show up. And when I have to show up in a certain way, when I get to show up in a certain way, when I choose to show up in a certain way to make these videos, then I feel better. And I'm conditioning my mind and my emotions and my spirit and my body to know this is how I show up and this is who I am. I literally am strengthening my energy muscle. I'm strengthening my ability to live in these positive emotions by making these YouTube videos. And so, first of all, selfishly, when I make these videos, I'm literally training myself to be a better version of myself every single day, especially because, as you'll find out, I've been making these videos late at night, and that's, for me, the toughest time to really get in that energetic and emotional state that I need to be in, that I want to be in to show up and deliver at my best. And because I've been trying to put myself, or working to put myself, in this optimal energetic and emotional and mental state in the evenings, it's really pushed me to the edge of my comfort zone. It's pushed me to really become better and more skilled at mastering my mindset, at mastering my emotions, at becoming great at taking my energy where I need it, when I need it, to perform and deliver at my highest levels. And so I came into the year, back to the story, came into the year thinking I'm only going to publish 1 video per week. And then something just struck me and said, JJ, go all in, man. Give it everything you freaking have. And frankly, I was kind of kicking the tires on the idea of maybe 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week. And I just kept thinking to myself, there's no way that I can make 2 or 3 YouTube videos every single week. If you've ever made YouTube videos for any amount of time, you know the commitment that it takes. Even without an extraordinary amount of editing, making YouTube videos is way different than making a 60-second or 30-second video on a different social media platform. These really quick videos, which I make too, they're a lot easier. I mean, you just throw up your phone, you record something quick, and you're done with it. But when you're going 5, 6, 10, 15 minutes on a video like this, a longer form video, it requires intentionality, it requires preparation, and it requires a certain skill set. So that's the other reason that I really love making YouTube videos, is it requires me to develop this skill of extemporaneous and improv speaking. And I guess it's not technically improv because I know what I'm speaking on, but a lot of it's improvised from the standpoint of I know where I want to go with what I want to say, but I really let it come through me. I speak from the heart and I don't necessarily script it out fully. And so by doing these videos in this format, really more on the extemporaneous side, kind of improv here and there, depending on what I'm feeling. Sometimes it's more improv than extemporaneous, but it teeters on that. It teeters on that from one of those to the next. But my point is, I truly believe that this ability to communicate in an extemporaneous format for 5, 10, 15 minutes is an important skill to develop. It's a powerful skill to develop. And so by making these videos, I know that it helps me. And so I'm helping people, I believe, feel motivated and inspired, and that feels meaningful and fulfilling. And I'm developing these different skills that I've already mentioned. Those are the reasons that I wanted to make weekly YouTube videos. And I thought to myself, weekly's perfect because that's a good consistency and frequency. But doing 3 videos a week or 2 videos a week, man, that would be crazy. Like, that'd be a push. And I kept hearing some really, really fantastic YouTube creators like Evan Carmichael, who has over 3 million or near 3 million YouTube subscribers at this point, talk about frequency. And he said, if you're not doing anything, do 1 video a week. If you're doing 1 video a week, try to get to 3 videos a week. If you're doing 3 videos a week, the goal is to get to daily. And I just kept listening to him say this in different videos, like get to weekly, the goal is weekly. Get to daily, the goal is daily videos. And I kept thinking, like, if the end goal is to get to making daily videos, why don't I just start there? And there was just something inside of me that said, JJ, you gotta do daily videos. Because I truly want to reach and inspire and empower as many people as I possibly can with these videos. And I thought to myself, if the way to do that, if the way to truly serve my mission of reaching as many people as possible and making the greatest impact I possibly can, if the way to do that is to make daily videos, then I'm going to do it. And I'm committed to that. If I can grow my channel faster, and I'll talk about that in a minute, why I believe that's the case, and I can reach more people sooner, then that's what I got to do. That's where I have to start. And I had no clue how I was going to do it. Because remember, I thought 2 videos or 3 videos per week was insane and virtually impossible. But there was something inside of me that said, JJ, you can do it. You've got to do it. Not only can you, but you must. This is what you have to do this year in 2022. And so I committed. I decided that I'm going to make it happen. And I didn't decide that until the 1st or 2nd of January. And so actually my first YouTube video in 2022, although I had published a couple at the tail end of 2021, my first in 2022 wasn't until January 3rd. And the reason that's important is you'll realize that there's been more than 52 days by the end of February in 2022, but on the last day of February of this year, I published my 52nd video. So think about this. 52 videos in 2 months. Here's the punchline I want to get to for you and whatever journey you're on and whatever mission you're pursuing and whatever dreams you're trying to turn into reality. 52 videos in 2 months is the equivalent of a full year of weekly videos in 2 months. Because remember, I initially thought I was just going to produce weekly videos. So if I was only to do weekly videos, by the end of the year, I would have produced 52 videos, right? 52 weeks in the year, 52 videos by doing weekly videos. And so now by doing daily videos or nearly daily, because the asterisk is I started on the 3rd because I didn't decide until the 1st or 2nd day of the year that I was going to do daily videos. And then also I missed, I think 3, maybe 4 days in there because my technology was not working and I could not get my videos to save. I couldn't get the editing. It was whatever. It was insane. Technical issues. I could not, or I had issues doing it for 3 or 4 days, but I finally figured it out, got it all handled, and got back to it. So I didn't do a video, haven't done a video every single day of this year, but I've done 52. So now, in 2 months, I've done exactly a full year's worth of weekly videos. And the reason that's important is multifaceted. Number 1, frequency gives you greater feedback. By doing more videos, by making more videos, by recording more videos, I'm getting more feedback. I'm seeing what's resonating, what's working, what are people liking or not liking. So the more I can do, the more I can put videos out there, the more I can just ship it, like Seth Godin says, just ship the work, just get it out there. Don't wait for perfection, just get the work out there. The more I can see what's resonating, and really also not just resonating with other people who who are watching the videos, but what's resonating with me? What do I love to talk about? What most lights me up? What do I feel most energy around? What do I feel can make the biggest impact? And frankly, I've started to get a better feel for the types of videos that I want to create, that I feel an extra level of enthusiasm and passion for by making daily videos. If I was only making one video every week, I wouldn't have that same level of frequency and repetition, therefore not have as much feedback from myself to say, what do I really enjoy? What felt right? What feels like the right place to be investing my content creation time? And I wouldn't get as much feedback from the people who are viewing the videos. And certainly, even just in 2 months with making 52 videos, there's a lot that I still need to get feedback on, because from what I hear from folks like Sean Cannell, who's got over 2 million YouTube subscribers on his Think Media podcast or Think Media channel, he even says some of their videos don't necessarily even take off until 35 days or 45 days or 55 days in. And so I'm really just now hitting that spot where even my early videos in the year are at the point where maybe they'll start to get traction. And so I've even seen it with other videos that I've made. My number one most watched video this year, or every month so far, over the past several months, is a video from 3 years ago. A video I made from 3 years ago is getting just shy of 900 views per month. That's my number one video on a monthly basis for the past several months. And it's had over 17,000 views to this point, which for some people is tiny, but for me, that's my number one most viewed video. It's where I'm getting most of my traction, especially over the last couple of years. And so as I think about that piece of it, I know that there's still a lot to be found as we move forward in this year and keep making more content, but also still allow some breathing room for the videos that have already been created to get out there into the world and to be put in front of more people by the YouTube algorithm so that more people can see it and I can get more feedback. But the other piece is really tied to what I just mentioned about my number one video today is from 3 years ago. The other point that I have to make is I know for certain that every time I make one of these videos, I now have what I call a salesperson out there working for me every single day that I don't have to manage or pay attention to on an ongoing basis. So once I make a video, it's out there. It's on YouTube and anybody can come across it at any given time. And it's funny because that video that's now my most popular, which is how to break free from the drama triangle, it's like a 6-minute video, but it's, again, over 17,000 views. The funny thing is, if you look at the data from that video, the analytics of that video, it really didn't take off until probably a year and a half in. So it probably only had less than 1,000 views until about 18 months in, and then it really started to take off. I might be off on that. Maybe it was fewer than 1,000 views like 2 years in, but eventually it really started to take off, but it did take time. And so I know that every single one of these videos that I've created, even if it only has 5 or 6 or 7 or 12 views today, they could eventually take off in the next 2 months or 3 months or 12 months. And I don't have to do anything else with those videos. They're out there and they're working on my behalf to reach people and to inspire and to motivate and to encourage and to educate and uplift people. And so that's the other reason that I wanted to produce all of these videos. And the feedback that I know is that when I put great content out there, which I know not every video is great content, but it's always subjective. It's always subjective to the viewer. So what I think is okay content might eventually take off and be seen as great content by thousands of people. But I've got those videos created, and so I know that to grow faster, to reach more people sooner, if I just put more lines in the water, I've got more opportunities to reach more people and to have something catch and really take off. And so I'm really excited about doing all of these videos because I know that it gives me more opportunity to reach more people sooner. The other component of doing 52 videos in 2 months is that I'm developing this skill. Again, as I alluded to earlier, I'm able to develop the skill faster. So I talked about frequency of feedback as being important, but I'm also getting the opportunity to develop my communication skills on a more consistent basis. And the more often I do this, the better I'm going to get at it. And I know I touched on this earlier, but here's the take-home point that I want to make right now, which is my videos will always get better. I mean, I'm in the middle of this video and I can tell you I already feel better about delivering this message than several of my videos from earlier in this year. I already feel more confident and bold and quicker in my ability to deliver the words and the message that I need to and want to. The other piece is I initially started this YouTube channel, or restarted this year, thinking it'd be all about personal development education. And I think innately in the videos that I make, there's personal growth, mindset, and insight and perspective. And I'm not going to get away, I will never get away from making personal growth and development education type videos, because I just freaking love that type of content. I love learning about personal growth and development. I love teaching about it. I love sharing the insights and the wisdom and the knowledge that I'm gaining as I learn and observe and move through life. But what I've started to realize, and maybe you're sensing if you're still watching this video to this point in, is I actually think, number one, I know I enjoy it more. Number two, I think I'm getting more feedback and resonance when I'm making videos that are more along the lines of, here's my perspective. Here's my opinion. Here's how I'm thinking about things. Here's how I view the world. Here's how I view this particular thing. So in this video, as you'll recognize, this video is about why I decided to produce 52 videos in 2 months, and what I'm learning, and my perspective, my thinking, and my experience around it. It's not like here's the science and the statistics around why you should make a video every single day for YouTube, or why you should make a year's worth of videos, of weekly videos in 2 months for YouTube success. Like, that's not the angle I'm taking. The angle I'm taking is I want to share with you my experience, some lessons that I'm learning, what I'm gaining as feedback, and how I will take this into my life and certainly YouTube content creation going forward. And so my experience so far, which is the other piece that I wanted to touch on with you, my experience so far is it's freaking difficult, man. It is absolutely incredibly difficult. And I'm the person that wants to bring great positivity and energy and optimism and hope. And I have those things. And I also believe focusing on reality is important as well. And learning from reality and observing reality. And I know we could get into this long-winded conversation about what is reality, man? Well, certainly I have hope and optimism and positivity and excitement around what I'm doing here. And in the same breath, it's been difficult. I've got 2 little kids, a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. I'm married. I've got a full-time job. So these videos aren't being made until 9:30, 10, 11 p.m. at night. And by the time I'm done editing and uploading and making the thumbnails, it can get to 12:30 or even sometimes 1:30 in the morning. And so I'm putting in a lot of freaking effort into this in a good way. Like, I'm excited about it. And at the same time, we do live in a yes and world, right? It's not, a lot of people are like, well, is it this or is it that, man? Is it hard or is it exciting? My answer is yes. It's hard and it's fulfilling. And I believe that it's in that hard work, that effort, that grittiness of doing something like this, where I'm up 5 to 6 nights per week. I'm up until 12 or 12:30 or 1:30 at night. It's in that effort that I really feel fulfilled and excited and like I'm making progress. It's something about doing something difficult that really gets me excited and fired up to keep doing it. Because I know for certain, because I've been a football player. I started playing football when I was 8 years old, went on to play Division III college football. And so through whatever it is, like 12 seasons of football, I realized that there are a lot of people that aren't willing to do the work. I realized there are a lot of people that talk about wanting to be great and do amazing things and don't ever follow up with the effort. I know that for certain. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. Very few people, my friend, very few people are willing to do the really freaking difficult stuff to create the amazing results in their life and for the people they can serve with their gifts and their talents and the work that they do. And I know that it's a separator. As much as successful people talk about hard work and it's important, I think a lot of people, they don't do it. They think they're doing hard work, and sometimes I found myself thinking I'm working really hard, and I wasn't. This, I know, is hard work, and I just have this sense of certainty that doing this work, making this effort, because I believe in it, and because I believe I can make a positive difference in your life and the life of anybody else who watches it, and I'm developing skills. So I believe that doing this hard work will pay off for me and for the people that I can reach. And so I'm excited about it for that reason. Yes, it's been difficult because, with family responsibilities, with full-time job responsibilities, this really is my passion project. This is my passion project to truly inspire and encourage and empower and motivate people through this content that I'm creating. And so it's not easy. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be very direct, and I always want to be transparent because I think it's in the transparency that I can be most helpful for you or anybody else that's going to watch. It's difficult, man, but I keep my fire burning bright by keeping myself inspired and encouraged, listening to great inspiring speakers, watching inspiring videos, and really just journaling out my goals and my vision and the things I want to accomplish and what I believe is possible in my life in 10 to 15 or 20 plus years. And when I keep that vision in front of me, that exciting vision in front of me, gets me fired up. When I think about the people that I can reach and the effort that I'm making and what things look like now versus what I know it can look like in 15 or 25 years from now, I'm excited. I'm in it for the long term. And I just saw Tom Bilyeu post on Instagram recently something about the key to success really is this ability to delay gratification. And if you can put in effort where other people aren't, and you can be willing to say, I will start small. I will start small. If I'm only getting 2 or 3 or 5 or 0 views on the content that I'm making, I will keep going because I know it will pay off and I can reach people and I can develop skills and I can make a truly positive difference in this world. Gosh, my friend, I think it's going to be worth it for you. I think you can absolutely turn your dreams into reality. And I think you can make a massive, incredible, amazing, positive difference in the world. And you can use your life to be a positive force for good. So my friend, whatever goals you are going after, whatever dreams you are pursuing, I hope wherever you are today, you will just keep going and you will use your life to make an incredible difference in this world for as many people as you possibly can. And I hope I can continue to encourage and inspire you along your journey. And if you'd like me to do that, go and watch this video next where I'll help you to keep your fire ignited so that you keep going to do the work that you are here to do.